Hi, my name is Elisha Bendel.
And I'm Joe Lazzarino.
And we're here to go over the all-new, super exciting Rockwood Signature ultralight travel trailer.
And what a perfect place to do it out here at gorgeous Lake Tyler in East Texas to go over the #1 selling laminate travel trailer in the country for almost a decade now. Elisha, let's go ahead and start right up here at the front cap. Tell us what makes this so special.
We're going to give you reason after reason why this is the #1 selling lightweight travel trailer. So the first thing here is the front cap. This is a one-piece fiberglass front cap. So that's the same kind of design you're going to find on high-end fifth wheels. So it's seamless. You have no seams on the front here that are going to be exposed to the elements, the rocks, the rain. Also, it's a beautiful automotive style paint job on here. It's not going to be decals or graphics. They're going to fade after a couple years, where the bugs get on them and just eat away those graphics. This is going to look really good going down the road in 5 years or 10 years. Right below that, you have this beautiful rock guard here, which is going to, again, give you another layer of protection from any kind of rocks that might get kicked up. Now, this unit is full of luxury fifth wheel features, but on a travel trailer at this super low price. What are some of those features right here at the front area?
One of the big things that will stand out to you, and for this customer here, it's all about the little things and the attention to detail. It is really easy to just throw two 20-pound bottles up front here for LP. This is two 30-pound LP bottles. What that means to the customer is they're able to take that unit out. They're going to be able to camp 30, 40% longer without having to go fill up and take it back to a gas station. Then you have a jack that is electric, auto, up and down, the whole 9 yards, which ties perfectly into what we're going to get into in a second with the auto level right around the other side of the coach. Elijah, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So right here, you actually have a full auto level system, just like you find on a high-end motorhome or a high-end fifth wheel. All you do is turn this on, click auto level, and the entire unit does the work for you. It's an electric leveling system, 4-point leveling. It's so beefy, so strong, we're actually able to lift the entire unit right off the tires. So if you needed to make a tire change or do some adjustments there, this leveling system is really, really strong.
We learned that today.
It's incredible.
We were blown away. We were messing with it today and it lifted it right up. It was really incredible. One thing that I noticed as I come down this way right here is the fiberglass. You can see a huge difference between this and other manufacturers and what the sidewall of the coach looks like. It's so clear. They use a high gloss gel coat on the outside, and they use what's called a Lamilux 4000 fiberglass on the outside of this that's much thicker. It's got a heavier gel coat and essentially eliminates the worry of delamination down the road. Does a fantastic job.
The great thing about this, I really wish you were here in person so you could see this, because this looks like a high-end paint job. It's going to have that wet look, that kind of sheen for years to come. It's not going to fade when the sun hits it like most other brands are going to do.
That's right.
Such a great feature.
And Elisha, we've both been in the business a long time. This directly correlates with what resale value and trade-in value down the road. When it comes in looking just like this in 5, 10 years, that makes a huge difference in our eyes as a dealership on what we can value this.
We can give you way more for your trade if it just looks good. And this is going to maintain its good look going down the road for a long time. The walls in this unit, this entire thing is aluminum framed. So it's an ultra-light by Rockwood. What they're doing is they're doing aluminum framework in the floor, the walls, the roof. Everything about this unit is aluminum framed. A lot of other brands are going to give you like half and half. So they're going to be maybe aluminum frame walls, but a wood roof and a wood floor. No, this is aluminum frame the entire way, and it's 360-degree lamination. So your floor, your roof, your walls, your rear cap, your slide walls, your bottom of the floor of your slide, the top of your slide, everything is laminated. So not going to be mixing in that pinch rolled fiberglass with the laminated fiberglass. 360-degree lamination on this unit, which is an incredible feature and one of the reasons why it's so lightweight.
Big deal. RVing is all about enjoying the time with your family, getting in a place like this, outdoors, being able to enjoy the RV and not have to worry about the silly stuff. As when you look down the side of this unit here, Elijah, you have two awnings all the way down the side. Makes a huge difference. Most units are only going to have the one right here. And if you can get the second, they're going to charge you for it. Every Rockwood is going to have two awnings down the side. The entire side of the unit is covered with awnings. Not only can you put all of your lawn chairs, all of your grills, your picnic tables, everything out here, but over time, when we're talking about the fiberglass, the tires, the axles, everything about this being able to hold up, look at the awnings here. It's a metal wrapped awning.
Wow.
What problem do you see with awnings 4 or 5 years down the road every time if it's not
the sun
wrapped?
fades them, people accidentally rub up against a tree branch, they get ripped. They always have to be replaced after a couple years because of the sun damage. Not going to happen with this. That's a standard feature too. That's not something you have to add on and spend more money on. So those metal wrapped awnings are just another example of the luxury fifth wheel features that they're giving to you on this travel trailer at this super low price.
That's right, and something that they do so well with is letting you leave the dealership lot camping ready. And what you'll find here is you'll have the hookup for your TV, you'll have the electric outlet, a place to mount a grill, a table that already comes with it, and you can take your TV right from the inside of the unit and hook it up right here and have your outside TV ready to go. Everything is right under the big metal wrapped awning, continuing down the entire side of the coach. This thing is ready to go. Not only do you have the outside grill area here, but you also have the regular outside kitchen down this way. Elisha, tell us a little bit about that.
I love that entertainment up there, but it comes with another entertainment here and an outside kitchen. This is an incredible feature. You have this pull-out grill here. You have a massive outside refrigerator here. You can stick a lot of drinks in there, just have a great party atmosphere out here. This is an awesome little cooktop. And then the entire thing here, if you get a shot of this is all metal. They're not using that cheap Luan and wood that a lot of outside kitchens use. And what happens with those is they always, get water in there and then they just start falling apart. Not with the Rockwood. They're using great features here, really high-end equipment.
So over here at the entry door and the steps, there's a couple of features that just really stand out that you don't see normally. One is this doorway is going to be 4 inches wider than any other travel trailer out there. It's a full 30 inches wide. It's also a friction hinge door. No more of the days where you have the door that'll fly open in the wind, open or shut. It's friction hinge, which means it's going to be a tighter hinge there. And so when the wind comes through, it won't slam the door open and shut. It does a really good job. Another thing to notice is it's the solid steps that sit right on the ground. It's not the 3 folding steps that go up underneath the trailer anymore, the steel steps that will rust up and give you problems. This is all one piece, so it doesn't bounce, it's not the springboard effect, and it's super easy to put inside. It'll come up just like so. Now this is a heavy step right here, and a lot of manufacturers, even if they go this far to do this, they won't put the strut on the inside, so it's a 30-40 pound step that you have to lug inside and pull back down. This is gravity assisted with the strut inside. It'll come right inside the door, and then the door will close right around it. A super cool feature that makes it stand out. Another thing you'll see here is the extra large entry handle, the grab assist right here. There's a lot of little travel trailers out there that will try to compete, but they'll just have the little handle right here on the inside, and you have to reach all the way over the steps to get inside. Great little feature, the big handle. When you're traveling down the road, it folds right inside like that and tows really nicely. Something I noticed right here, Elisha, please tell us about the independent suspension. Super cool feature.
Absolutely. So this unit, where it really shines is how it tows. Apart from all the other amazing things about it, this unit has Torflex torsion suspension. Now that is the opposite of 99% of travel trailers out there on the market, which are using leaf spring suspension, which is the standard suspension. It's the cheapest thing you can get, not the torsion suspension. One of the only other brands that is using torsion suspension is Airstream, and they're super high-end, very expensive. You also have really good looking aluminum rims, so not your typical steel rims that most brands put on there that end up just rusting out. Your tires are also nitrogen filled. You have never adjust brakes and easy lube axles. So you have the ultimate running gear right here. The other great thing that they give you as a standard feature is the tire pressure monitoring system. Can you tell everybody what that is, Joe?
It's a fantastic system, and it blows my mind that no other manufacturers really jumped on board with this yet. It's a Rockwood exclusive, and what they'll do is they have a band around each one of the tires on a Rockwood. It'll come with a monitor. Every Rockwood, no extra charges, standard, will come with a monitor that goes inside your truck. And what it does is it monitors all of the tire pressures and the heat for each of your tires going down the road. If you're ever to have an issue driving down the road, it's going to notify you before you have a blowout, before you have an issue that could potentially be dangerous or damage your camper. You're going to be notified of that immediately right inside your truck, whereas you really don't get that on any other manufacturer. Really cool feature. Elisha, one of the really cool things that Rockwood does a little bit different from a lot of manufacturers in the travel trailer segment is you'll see full frameless windows all the way across the entire unit. Now, what you'll notice is there's no visible seams anywhere around the window. A lot of manufacturers, they'll have the seams all the way around and the windows that slide across. There's a couple problems with that. One is your rubber gaskets around will get hit by the sun, it'll dry rot, and then it's a possible area that water could sneak into. This is all frameless. Then two, it just flat out looks a heck of a lot better.
Isn't
it gorgeous?
It's the exact same windows they're using on $500,000, million-dollar motorhomes and all the luxury fifth wheels and travel trailers that there are.
That's right. And because it cranks open and the jealousy type windows like you'd have in a home, not sliding open, is you can actually have these open, still have cross ventilation, enjoy the beautiful outdoors while it's raining outside, opposed to having the windows that slide and they have to be shut immediately. Really cool feature on all the Rockwoods. So a couple cool things that you'll notice on the back of the Rockwood here is that you have a bumper and a receiver for towing. There's some brands that give you one or the other. Most give you none. But in this one, you have a flip down storage rack and you have the receiver underneath for towing. Behind all of this, you also have a steel bumper on the back, which protects the back of your RV while going down the road. They really have thought of everything. It's just jam-packed with features back here. A ladder going up to the roof, which might sound silly, but there's a lot of brands that don't give you a ladder at all because they don't want you walking on the roof.
Exactly.
This is all good construction up top. It's real plywood. There's no OSB, particle board. It's meant for you to walk up top and check out your investment. So they give you the ladder. They also have it already prepped with the backup camera on the back there. If you wanted to add a backup camera after the fact on a unit that's not prepped for it, it's expensive. There's a lot of labor and a lot of wiring involved. And you can not only see behind you while you're driving, but you have observation while you're going down the road and can use it just as a rear view camera behind your truck when you don't have a trailer on it. They do an awesome job all the way around. Another area is the construction underneath. Elijah, tell us a little bit about how that's built.
I'm glad you brought that up because this unit actually has a fully enclosed underbelly. Now this is a 4-season travel trailer, which means that you can camp throughout the entire year. Now the reason why that's important is because a lot of other brands that aren't going to give you that enclosed underbelly, you actually are limited on how long you can camp with your camper. You can only use it 6 to 8 months out of the year depending on where you are. With the Rockwood, you can use it 12 months out of the year.
Wow.
So you have more than 50% additional days you can use it in the year with the Rockwood versus other brands. That's incredible.
That is incredible.
So what they're doing is they're enclosing that underbelly completely. They're putting heat ducts down into that underbelly, and they're also putting heat pads on the tanks as well. And then you have an astrofoil barrier in between the floor and the rest of the underbelly. So it is the ultimate insulation and protection for your unit against cold weather. Nobody else is doing it better than the Rockwood.
One thing that I learned about those heat pads that really stood out to me is that it's thermostatically controlled. When you go inside the camper and you turn on your heat pads, it will automatically turn on and off when you get to a certain temperature outside. When it gets below 40, it turns on. When it heats it up and gets above 60, it turns it off. You can leave it on all the time. It's not using your propane. If it's not crazy cold outside and you just want to use your electric heat, you can leave it on all the time and it'll turn off and on by itself and really just adds a whole lot more peace of mind so you're not forgetting something on there.
That's an incredible feature. Moving on to the off campsite side of the Rockwood, great feature right here. Joe, can you point that out?
That's right, and when we talk about Rockwood really just thinking of everything and taking care of the customer, they even think of something as simple as this, is eventually you're gonna have to have service work done. You're gonna need to take it to our service departments and get something taken care of. Most units, when you wanna access the back of the refrigerator or access the water lines that are going to the fridge, you gotta take a fridge out, you've gotta work, you've gotta dig, and a tech is gonna spend hours and hours getting to it. This here, real easy, a slam latch door, flips right up, and you get to everything that you need to get to without spending hours and hours digging around trying to find the problem there. You can fix it really easily.
Kind of a little secret actually, if you have a refrigerator that has water and ice maker, 99% of the brands aren't even gonna hook it up for you. They don't wanna go the extra mile and do the little thing like hooking up your fridge with water so that you have that feature inside. Forest River Rockwood does.
Right from the factory.
Right from the factory. Now moving on back here, the wet bay area here is all centrally located in one area. The great thing about that is a lot of brands, what they're doing is all these components here are in like 5 different places. You're gonna find valves underneath slides. You're gonna find outdoor showers on the back of the unit. You're gonna find black tank flush in the back of the unit, your water fill in the front of the unit. It just doesn't make any sense. Rockwood goes the extra mile to centrally locate everything for you so that it makes sense and it's easier to use. So you actually have an outdoor shower here with hot and cold water. You actually have a quick recovery gas electric hot water heater, which is going to get you more of a continuous hot water inside your unit than most other brands. And then moving on down here, you have a black tank flush. Now the reason why that's important is because when you put your unit away for a couple months in storage and you've dumped your black tank, The way to clean your tank out if you don't have a black tank flush is you have to stick a hose down your toilet, and it's absolutely disgusting. Nobody likes doing it, nobody wants to do it, nobody should do it. That's why the black tank flush is important, because when you plug your hose right into there, it sprays out your tank so that when you bring your unit out after you're done storing it, it doesn't smell like sewer inside. It's a really great feature, but something that other brands overlook.
And that's on every Rockwood like that?
Every Rockwood, exactly.
Moving on up here, Elijah, check out this exterior storage. They just do an awesome job at utilizing all the space. You'll notice that in the slide room here, you've got an extra storage compartment. Nobody gives you this. It's hilarious. You look at manufacturers out there, and for most everybody else, this is just dead space. They just leave it blank there, but they don't want to spend the extra couple of bucks at framing it out and just putting a door in here. Noticing also is that it's all slam latch baggage doors that are metal, not plastic, all the way around the unit. Again, most manufacturers, especially in travel trailers, are just gonna have the little metal plastic latches that are gonna bust off all the time. We saw a new unit today, brand new unit on the lot that had those. It was already broken straight from the factory. This slam latch right here and a magnet at the top. No more of those plastic catches that bust off. And one thing that I love to look at under here, Elisha, is you can see under where the bed is. This is a great spot to demonstrate some of this construction. It's all framed out in aluminum inside. It's not one by one pieces of wood that someone in a manufacturer slapped together in 5 minutes. This is done by a real craftsman. It's pretty incredible.
That's the reason this unit is called an ultra lightweight unit. They're also welding all that aluminum framework together. They're not screwing it together like a lot of brands that are using aluminum. They just screw the aluminum pieces together with little connectors. That is not the way you build with aluminum framework. No, you weld it at every point of contact. That's the proper construction. That's what Rockwood's going to do, because they've been around for a long time. They've been making travel trailers, fifth wheels, all sorts of RVs for a very long time. A lot of smart people working at Foretravel Rockwood, and they deliver on exceptional quality. Just like this, like you mentioned, this is not a plastic handle. This is a metal handle right here. Most other brands would have a plastic handle there.
It's funny that we're just starting to scratch the surface of what makes this the #1 selling travel trailer out there. The first thing that you'll notice when you come inside the Rockwood is just how wide open it is. These dual opposing slides, this tall cathedral-like ceiling, I mean, just does a fantastic job.
You actually have an 84-inch interior height in the Rockwood signature. So that's significantly taller interior height than what you'll find on a lot of travel trailers at this size and price point. So what that means for you is you have more room in the bathroom, you have more room walking back here, you're a little taller than me, you still have plenty of room above you. So that an 84-inch interior height does volumes for just making it feel more open and residential inside here.
I don't feel like I'm in an RV at all.
Me neither.
I feel like, I mean, you could live here. And a lot
Absolutely.
of people do. A lot of people full-time and live in these, spend 12 months out of the year. What you'll notice here in the kitchen is this is a rear kitchen floor plan, all across the back of the unit. So let me show you this sink. It's a farm style sink, a big 50-50 undermount sink, and you have actual sink covers as well. Most manufacturers, what they put in here, if they even give you something to cover the sink, is a piece of plastic. This is all solid surface Corian, matches the countertop perfectly to cover your sink right there. Nice thing on this as well is how they construct their stove and their range here. Most manufacturers, what they'll do is this is all mounted up top. They won't flush mount it in. Well, everybody knows is you're not cooking all the time. You need counter space all the time though. And what's nice about this is you have counter space here. This sits right down in here flush. When you're using the top, you can fold it right back. You can use the stove, use this as a backsplash, wipe it off when you're done, and when you're done, it folds right back down. You have more countertop space. How about this cabinetry in here, Elisha?
The cabinetry quality in the Rockwood signature is unsurpassed, honestly. So they're actually using wood screws and glue to stick all the cabinetry together. They're not using particle board and staples like most other manufacturers are doing. On top of that, you actually have soft close cabinetry. That's a feature that you find in $1 million homes.
Show us that again. How does that work?
My home doesn't even have that. Look at that. Soft close cabinetry. Again, all solid wood. Beautiful handles here. They're metal. They're not plastic like a lot of other brands. The quality continues on up. One of the great things they're doing here is you have a substantial framework system in all the cabinetry. So all the cabinetry actually has aluminum framework. So they're not using that cheap, shoddy craftsmanship, with just wood framework. They're using EGS steel backers in this and that aluminum framework. So this cabinetry is not going anywhere. You could quite literally hang on this. It's not going anywhere. The great thing too is I love how this kitchen has a one-piece seamless backsplash here. That's just so much better than what a lot of other brands are doing with stickers or cheap plastic tiles that usually fall off. No, this looks like high-end marble in here, right?
It does, and what's so cool about it is when you say it's seamless, it really is. You don't even have an outlet put in here, but they went the extra mile and they put the outlets right in the top
One
there.
over here too.
Just really incredible. Not only you have the 110, but it is a GFI outlet, and you have USB on both sides of the countertop there, so you can charge your phone, you can have the appliances hooked up, anything you really would normally be doing in your home. Speaking of in your home, check out this refrigerator here. It's bigger than mine in my home.
It's huge. Can you demonstrate that real quick?
Fantastic.
It's a 21 cubic foot fridge in this unit.
It's huge. I mean, we don't see this even in our biggest, most luxury fifth wheels. And they're doing this in a travel trailer. When we talk about jam-packed with features, I mean, they just do an awesome job. Huge freezer, the pull-out underneath, big refrigerator up top. Like I said, something you would expect to see in a home, right next to the monster pantry with huge storage space all the way through. Really does a great job.
Now moving on to the windows area, this is an area where the quality and luxury features just shine. So you actually have dual shades here. You have day shades to block the sun from beating down in on you and make it cooler inside here. You also have full blackout night shades. And they're the MCD shades, so they're really easy to clean if they get dirty. They're not those pleated shades like everyone hates because they always break, they always just don't look right, and they get dirty. This is a really, really great feature. Now, moving on to the furniture. This is where it gets really exciting because the furniture is ultra high-end. Everything is plush. You actually have full recliners here. I mean, I'm just enjoying sitting here because this is awesome. You have a little table here. You can take that out. You also have a cup holder, and then these chairs have massage and heat, and they have some nice lighting underneath as well.
One thing I noticed also here is there's no step up in the slide rooms as you're going to sit down in the recliners.
We have flush floor slides. Usually you only find that on high-end motorhomes.
Yeah, that's incredible. It's just flush, just like the rest of your floor. We were in a high-end fifth wheel just earlier, and it had a step up going into the slide room, and that was $40,000 more than this unit.
Yeah, so it means you're not going to trip at night when you're trying to sit down or just walk through your kitchen. This is a really high-end feature.
Another thing that's really nice about this floor plan in particular, and really as you go through most all of the Rockwood floor plans, is these high-end recliners are sitting directly across from your monster entertainment center. You have a big flat screen TV, which is another name brand appliance, just like the rest of the appliances in this unit, directly across from the recliners. There's a lot of RVs out there where you have to sit and turn sideways to watch your TV. And for a lot of people, if this isn't their home, this is their home away from home, and they're spending a lot of time turning sideways to watch TV. And that's not a whole lot of fun. Cool thing about this too, and you'll see this in a lot of Rockwood floor plans also, is hidden storage behind your TV. And it's not a small little shelf either. It's as long as my arm. An unbelievable storage cabinet behind here. And then moving on down, you'll have a sound bar that comes from the factory on every Rockwood, already hooked up to your television. You don't have to use the not so great speakers that are already hooked up to the TV. You've got a sound bar in there, and it's all connected to the radio, the DVD player, CD player, Bluetooth, USB, everything right down here beneath. And then continuing on down, a great feature about this is you have a fireplace in this unit. Not only does it look beautiful and make the RV look really nice, but it's an electric heater as well. And for those that have camped before, they realize that you don't want to waste your propane. Even on a unit like this that has 30-pound bottles that are bigger than everyone else's, if you can use electric heat that's free at the campground, you might as well. And this RV can get down to 50 degrees outside, and you can keep the RV comfortable at 65, 70 inside with just this and not waste a lick of propane.
Before we move on to the back of the unit, another area where Rockwood shines here is just the dinette area. You have this beautiful freestanding table and chairs. It's extendable as well, so if you want more room there on your dinette table to fit 4 people easily, you can. The great thing about it too is you just have tons of room around the table. So if you look at how much room is in between this wall and the table and this wall and the table, what it means is you can fit 4 people here. 4 adults can easily eat breakfast, dinner, lunch here. In other brands, it's so cramped here that you just physically can't fit 4 adults around the table. I love that feature about the Rockwood.
One thing that's important to highlight as we make our way up front is the air conditioner in this unit. What they're going to do a little differently here in this system is that they have a quick dump for their air conditioners, when you want to really quickly cool off the unit, you can do it just like that. When it gets down to the temperature that you're comfortable at, then you simply close those vents again right there, and it's going to push it through the racetrack ducts all across the ceiling, just like you would expect in a high-end home.
Take a look at this awesome control panel. Now, everything you need to do to control your unit is all in one place with this upgraded control panel by IRV Technologies. Everything that you can do with a unit on this control panel, you can also do with an app on your phone, which is a great thing. It's on Android and Apple. You can literally, with your phone, while you're sitting in the truck, open the slides, open the awnings, set up this unit, level it out without even getting out of your truck, which is great if it's raining, if it's inclement weather. This is just an awesome feature, and usually you don't find that until you get to high-end fifth wheels. It's crazy that a travel trailer at this price is putting a luxury feature like this on the unit. Now moving on to the bathroom here. This is where things get even more impressive, believe it or not. You have a beautiful glass enclosure here for the shower, very, very high end. As I step inside here, you'll notice that 84-inch interior height really does wonders. Now, I'm not that tall myself, but you can imagine someone who's a little bit taller, their head would be in the skylight if you had a slightly shorter ceiling. So that really helps out here. And then if you can get a shot of this in here, this is really, really cool that Rockwood's doing. They're putting a shower miser in this shower. So what a shower miser does is when you're running your hot water and waiting for it to get hot, you actually just flip this little knob right here, and it recirculates all that water for you back into the freshwater tank, so you're not wasting your water. And then as soon as the water is hot and ready for you to take a shower, this piece right here turns blue, turns white actually, and then you just flip that down, you have instant hot water without wasting all the water. I don't know why other brands wouldn't do that, but Rockwood does it across their lineup of RVs, and I think it's an absolutely great feature. And moving on down here, you have storage underneath your sink here. You have a beautiful stainless steel sink here. It's actually a great size. Tons of counter space here. Another little shelf right here. They really think of everything. Places for your toothbrushes here. And then they give you a medicine cabinet on the wall. Instead of that mirror like a lot of other brands are doing, that mirror is definitely just glued on there and falling off at some point. So this medicine cabinet is a really great feature. And then in the sink, I can't forget this, they actually have what's called a siphon 360 vent. So the siphon 360 vent keeps all those fumes from coming up from your gray and black water tanks and coming into your unit and making it smell terrible in here. That siphon 360 vent just stops all those odors from coming up into your unit, which is a great feature. Now panning on down, you have a porcelain toilet. You know, I don't like sitting on a plastic toilet. It feels like I'm in a porta potty. This porcelain toilet makes me feel like I'm still in my house, which is a great feature. Now right over here you have a massive storage area for all your towels and linens. Just a really deep storage area. Rockwood doesn't skimp on storage. And then right above us, if you can get a shot of that, you actually have a MaxxAir vent, which is going to vent out all that hot air in here. And easily vent out all the hot air in the unit when you first come in. The great thing about it too is it has a MaxxAir cover. It comes standard. That MaxxAir cover actually is going to let you keep that fan running even if it's pouring down rain outside. Now a lot of people add this on after they buy a unit because it doesn't come with it. Rockwood thinks of what you might want and puts it on right off the bat, right off the get-go. So you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money on purchasing additional things to make your RV experience better.
Coming in here to the bedroom, Rockwood does a couple of things that are really unique in the travel trailer market. The first is that you have a bed slide in here without the north and south bed that you'll see in a lot of units. What that allows you to do is have a full king size bed, and B, a ton of walking space in front of the bedroom here where you can actually walk around like you're in your own bedroom at home, and it makes it really comfortable. Another thing that's really nice to highlight here is that most travel trailers, even if you do get a king size bed, is you won't get the night tables on either side. And not only do you get one night table on either side, but you get two, and you have a 110 outlet next to each side of the bed. So whether you need a CPAP machine, your cell phone plugged in, an alarm clock, whatever it may be, you have plenty of space there for whatever it is that you need next to the bed. Up here in the front closet, you'll notice a couple of things they do a little unique. One is that there's no hanging bar across. They actually have the hooks for each individual hanger. Why that's so important in an RV is that you going down the road as you're making turns, you won't have all of your clothes sliding left and sliding right. They're going to individually sit on each hook, and you're not going to have a mess to clean up every time you get to the campsite. Here to the right, you'll have a full stackable washer and dryer closet with a motion sensor light. In the middle of the night, you come, you open up your closet, the light flicks right on for you. This can be used for great storage space, or if you're a full-time RVer or an extended stay camper, you can simply pop those shelves out and we can install a stackable washer and dryer for you right in there. Another great spot right here for storage. You have small drawers, you have larger drawers, really a good variety for when you're out camping. Also a place to mount a TV should you want a TV in your bedroom. And then moving along here, you have an entry into the bathroom from the bedroom. You also have an entry into the bathroom from the hallway, which makes staying with guests much easier. You're not sharing the same door for the same bathroom. You can leave it all closed, have your privacy, and you can use the bathroom from one side, a guest can from the other side, and then you have another exit heading back into the living room area on the other side of the bedroom. Really makes it easier if you're staying in it by yourself or if you have 4 or 5 people staying along with you.
Thanks for checking out the all new and exciting Rockwood Signature ultralight travel trailer. As you can see, this unit is loaded with top of the line features at a super competitive price. It's great for people who are, if you're looking at downsizing from that fifth wheel or that motorhome and still want luxury features at a great price, this is for you. Also for those first-time RVers who just want to find a travel trailer that's not going to fall apart on them, this is where it's at.
That's right, and hopefully we gave you a good glimpse today of why this has been the #1 selling laminate travel trailer in the industry for almost a decade now. It's just jam-packed with features at an unbelievable price point. And right now it's better than ever. With everything going on in our crazy world, we have the manufacturer chipping in, our dealership chipping in, and we're actively looking to try to earn someone's business on new Rockwoods and get more of these out in the market, because we believe this is really the best built travel trailer you can find. It's super easy to buy from us. Just call us at the number you see on the screen there, or come by our dealership and we'd love to show you around and help you out. Thank you and have a great day.